ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at the St. Clair Saints. We are going to be bringing you some high-tier Valorant action in the NECC Legends. We have our St. Clair Saints going up against a formidable opponent, which we'll get to see taking them down in some really strategic action tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am Daniil Brown, and you might have seen my face before, you might have not, but in any case, you're going to remember it. And I'm being joined by my buddy, Matthias Talbot. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, everybody. I was here on the last Valorant broadcast, and I am here back again to see some more great gameplay from the Saints. But this time, we have an interesting new addition. Would you like to introduce yourself, Jordan?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jordan, otherwise known as JSauce. It's my first time getting on to commentate Valorant. I'm super excited. Can't wait for today's game.
Oh, yeah. I think we're all very excited for today's game. I always bring up the fact that I'm not the biggest Valorant fan. I don't watch it play it too much, but I have a deep appreciation for our team, and I love watching them play. I love watching them just get really into it. They're such a great team. They're such great players, and I want to know exactly what they're going to be getting up to today. We have the map graphic getting ready. We can see exactly where they'll be doing battle tonight against their opponents, starting with Lotus, going into Haven, and Breeze. Do you guys have any thoughts about these picks? Any selections?
I just want to say, I don't think we said who we're going up against today. We're going up against today University of California, San Diego.
Wow, what a very long name.
I love
long
but
names.
hopefully a long winning team is what they're hoping for.
Yeah, I'm being told that they're not. They haven't played a game this season just yet, but look, hopefully they'll be making a very strong name for themselves so far in their first game against the Saints. No easy task there, but these Demigods, as they're called, looking to make a name for themselves potentially tonight. But like I asked you before, since you so rudely ignored my question, okay, I don't know why you're dodging this. I don't know if you have like a personal stake in the race of maps like Lotus, Haven, and Breeze. Any particular thoughts about these maps?
Well, they're very interesting. Our Saints have played on them before. Last week they had 2 of the 3 maps as some of their picks, so hopefully we get to see them improve upon themselves in those maps, and hopefully we get to see some interesting plays on all of them.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely, no matter what map they play on, our Saints are always bringing something interesting to watch. Again, even for me, someone who's not too into the game, I always walk away impressed, surprised, and excited about what they're doing. But Matthias, you talk about Haven sometimes. I know sometimes I walk past you in the hallways and you say, Haven. And it's just like weird. I don't know what to say about that.
Haven, I think on the last games the Saints played, they had a lot of trouble on Haven. I think that was like one of their worst maps.
Oh.
I don't think they won that one. But they did pretty well on Lotus, and they did pretty well on the other map that day. I don't quite remember exactly what it was. So here's hoping that they learn from their mistakes and they play exceptionally well on Haven today.
Haven might not exactly be a safe haven according to Matthias for our team, but I think that maybe Breeze could be a breeze for them to win on, right? I don't think I've actually seen that map before. Is this new, or is it something I'm just completely unaware of?
So this map actually just recently got brought back into rotation with a couple different reworks to it. So it'll be interesting to see how our Saints kind of play coming into this new season with a new map that they have to think about all year round.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I always like the idea of making things fresh, keeping things in rotation, allowing players to have the ability to experiment with new and different things. And speaking of experimenting with new and different things, this might be your first time seeing into it. It's definitely mine because, only varsity players are allowed in one of the nests. This is the nest, which our Saints will be playing in today. Not on the stage. They're going to be nice and cozy in their comfortable roosting spot. As you can see, they're all getting nice and cozy. There's Coach Owen, hybrid sitting there. If you've not had the pleasure of having a conversation with him, I pity you. Okay, great guy. Great guys all on this team. Very excited to see what they have in store for us tonight.
Yeah, one time I opened the door to that room and it just smelled like straight Red Bull.
Really?
So they're dialed in. They're all caffeinated up, ready to go, high energy. So
I'm more partial to Tim Hortons. Love me refreshing Tim Hortons beverage. We are sponsored, so of course, gotta show them some love. I love Tim Hortons hot chocolate.
I have a Tim Hortons.
Yeah, it's just too far for you. You always have to make sure your Tim Hortons is really close, within hand's reach at all times, or you might suffer extreme consequences for your bodily functions. But there is one extreme consequence that we have in store for tonight, and that is going to be delivering you one hell of a game. But don't go anywhere. We're going to a quick break, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.
Hold on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 1, St. Clair College versus University of California, San Diego. We're on our first map here, Lotus. What are y'all thinking of these picks?
I'm thinking I like the agent that Wig was highlighting. I've never seen that one before. I know that guy. I know that guy. I know that guy. Don't know that one.
Oh, that's Deadlock, a new
Deadlock.
agent. Has a lot of lockdown abilities.
Fair enough.
Much living up to the name. Jordan.
Absolutely. These picks are kind of, it looks like San Diego has kind of already locked themselves in. Saints here are still deciding, hovering on some agents, but it looks like the picks that they have chosen seem to be their pretty common picks that they go with quite consistently.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like on the side of the Saints, yeah, everything just seems to be relatively standard. We got the Viper. I don't know if I really see our team playing without the Viper all too often. That's one of the characters I know in the game for sure. Speaks to me. I like the aesthetic, you know. Caillou on his iconic
Sky.
I knew it was something related to nature because she's the one with like the mystery, or not mystery, like the natural magic and the dogs that run around.
Like
and
a
stuff,
park
right?
ranger.
Yeah, that kind
Absolutely.
of thing. You know, but so far they're locking in their last picks here. Smiley might go for Omen. I don't think that's a completed pick yet.
There
There
it
we
is,
go.
yeah.
Locked in. And we are going to get underway for our first map, Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus is an interesting one. It's like a lot of the time you wait for the enemy team who's on the defending side to make a move to encroach on your position, and then you punish that. Or you could go for the more offensive approach, but that's what I often see done.
You know, sneaking through revolving doors and whatnot, and
Yep.
crawling through little passageways and peeking through and headshotting people across the map. I see. Yeah, I think that is an effective way to win. It looks like Seb's monitor was black there for a second. I was like, uh-oh, are we not going in the game? But, you know, I think we're going in. Optimistic that we won't have any lobby issues this time around. They can creep up on you at any point.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Smiley's first game with the Saints
Really?
tonight. Last week he did not play, but this week being their second game, it looks like he's going to finally make his way onto the main roster, and we'll see how he does tonight and see if he's that connecting piece for our team.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see new players get in there, see how they mesh with the team, see how it changes up their playing style, you know? Because always, you know, it's always a new experience having someone new on your team.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you know, fair enough, right? You know, you have a new experience, a new player on your team. New things are to be expected. But I think, speaking of new, I'm hearing some new sounds in my ear as we get into the game. Flicking through, ooh, I like that knife. It's like a kunai. But what I really, really, really like is our Saints' chances tonight. Do you have any expectations, gentlemen, about what kind of game we're going to see here? Any strategies that you think that they might try pulling off, or anything that they might experiment with?
Well, it seems like our Saints are kind of going for their standard play. They are on defense first, so something a little bit different for them. Usually attacking first has always been the way for them on Lotus, but today we are going to see something a little different, and they got the Viper to help kind of block off those sites and really control, so we'll see how she gets used today.
Something I'm finding interesting is the Chamber pick on the side of University of California. Like, I often don't see Chamber played at this level, but it should be interesting. He's always fun to watch, you know, got the TPs, the snipers, all the little lockdown things that I think is pretty good for this map, which is very rotate heavy. You know, you can watch your back line.
And if, you know, my memory serves me correct, Saints usually do pretty well on pistol rounds, so they do want to try to get some kind of advantage early on. They don't want to be, you know, usually if you lose the pistol round, you lose the round after. Am I understanding that right? They don't want to have to be
Down
playing
money,
off the
down
back foot.
guns.
Exactly. You're down morale as well. And with the lineup that the Saints have today, with all the different kinds of area control, area denial, and the way that they can control and scout, I think they're going to have a very comfortable time just really kind of deconstructing whatever strategy the Demigods put forward today, and just try to play their game on their terms. You always want to go for that.
Exactly. You want to force a situation in which the only conclusion is your own win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's in any competitive game, and I find this is basically a universal truth. You want to have your opponent be forced to play into your strategy, into your ideas, and you don't want to have to be playing too reactively. When you start needing to adapt, that's when you start to feel uncomfortable in losing your way.
Yeah, I have a really, really controversial take here. I think, like, most of the time you really, really want to win. Like, I think that's
Okay,
what you
calm down,
wanna do.
Matthias. I don't know if we
Am I
should be
wrong
saying
here?
things like this on stream.
I'm sorry. My
Production's
bad.
saying you need to be
bad.
leaving. But yeah, obviously you want to.
No,
what
yeah.
was the point? What was the point going on with that?
No, it was just something silly I wanted to do. But
Fair enough.
just stalling for time.
Yeah.
You know, a player has a little bit of a high ping, so we'll be starting here in a second. You know, just a little bit of a technical pause.
You know
just
what I
thought I
love?
should let the viewers know why we're up here instead of
Do
seeing
I
the
really need a
great
reason to
gameplay.
be on camera? Like, come on. you know. I think people deserve a treat every now and then.
Exactly.
I'm joking. But in any case, I do love stalling, and my favorite thing to do in stalling is just ask you, like, how was your day today? We're all in school. Sometimes people forget we're at school here. It's a college. How are classes? Do you have
Very
classes today?
studious. I do have classes. I had 2 classes today. I started off with a little bit of light math. It was a nice way to start the day. Get those gears turning. Get a little refreshed. Learned about interest. I'm in business. Learn about that money. How to make that money. How to move it around. So,
Dude, I love interest. Interest.
it's so interesting.
Ooh. I wasn't gonna say that. That's a little too far for me. But interest is very cool.
All right, we're going back in. Here we
Something
go.
way
Here we
more
go.
interesting than interest, math, and nickels and dimes is some Valorant gameplay. We're going to go into our first round of the series. Let's see what they have in store for us.
There's a smoke on C. It's a good one-way.
We can already see our Saints starting to push out a little, try to figure out where they're going to be attacked from, and it looks like it's going to be a C push dominantly from the University of California here.
We got a single person pushing on the right side going towards A just to make sure that they're not getting flanked out. There is going to be a wall up for them and throwing out an Omen orb. Teleporting Melvin. He is out of dodge. He recognized he was in a bad situation and escaped the suicide. Turret getting a bit of damage onto Amir as Salad comes up onto the boardwalk. Giza, if only he knew, if only he could see past the smoke, but he has, ooh, maybe he can, he just took the shot there, doing a bit of damage as Koki finds a spike.
That's a spike. Smiley going to take out one. Going to back off with that blind. Double blind. Wow.
Koki, you don't want to be walking there, not like that. Gonna
He's
get
just
taken out.
finding heads today.
Going through the flash that connects. Caillou gets 1, 2, 3 taps, taking out Wick. Gets Caillou, his doppelganger, on the other side. The Saints get the first round. Look at Owen. Look at him.
They are excited.
He's a great person to have cheering for you. And Saints, yeah, hi Owen, what's up? He has no idea we're here.
Great strong start off from the Saints here. That's what you want. You want to win pistol. You want to win pistol of the first game. Just get some morale going good. You can try and carry that energy into the next game.
Absolutely, and with Valorant, as with many other games, especially being how long it is, momentum is everything. When you build that good momentum, you find a way to keep it. Though one round can really make all the difference for a team.
I feel like especially with Valorant,
Oh, absolutely.
usually some more temperamental players, and one bad round can really kind of throw everything into disarray. So having the first round go your way in such a way that makes you cheer and feel so excited and happy, that can actually change the game a lot. In fact, I even asked one of the players previously, like, when they had a loss, what really went down? It's just their heads weren't in it, So being able to focus and just do what they know they're supposed to do will get them a long way to, maintaining victory.
Didn't have success with the last trap, but it looks like they're going to run it back here. So the Saints playing much more aggressive here. Caillou going to get a pick right out of the gate.
Looks like they're prepping for an aggressive C push. The dog's running, smoke's going up, as well as Viper Wall just going through the cloud, spraying down, not finding too much. The dog leaps in it. It is going to be put down. Again, Spike is going to be planted. Saints rotating towards. This looks to be one hell of a fight coming up as Giza takes down Amir as he tries to approach.
Yeah, University of South Carolina scrambling to make up some sort of defense here.
Yeah, as we can see, we've got the Omens starting to push out, try to find if anybody's lurking around the back, as they can still hear the spike, and they've got it planted in a good spot to defend from back there. But it looks like our Saints are going to be able to defuse this, as the University of California just kind of walked off and left everything.
Yeah. South Carolina quite a far away from California, but they do end similarly. So.
Oh my, thank you for that.
No, it wasn't you, but in any case, we are going to be getting into our third round here as the Demigods try to find a way to reel through the previous rounds. Like you said at the beginning of the game, losing pistol round, you usually end up losing the second. Nothing too surprising here, but now they're buying, they have their guns, and it looks like they're going to be coming in with a show of force.
Yeah, it should be a great next match. Lots of big, expensive guns here on the loose, and Looks like they're going to try a much more similar strategy,
Caillou.
much more aggressive this time from the side of
Like a massive
Demigods.
dink.
Absolutely. We can see the kind of split push again here, but it's still seeing that dominant on C. They must have some weird obsession with going there, even though it hasn't quite worked out for them in the past 2 rounds.
Caillou got taken down to a shred of health there, it seems, though. They have to play much more carefully this round.
Just crossing the sideline, he took a headshot, I'm assuming, from a probably less powerful gun. A single bullet was able to take him down to just a pip of HP. He's not going to be able to play as aggressively as he usually likes to, especially with the agent that he's playing. That door, who knows what secrets lie beyond the veil. But he's not going to tempt fate. He's just going to go exactly where he used to. And Smiley's going to pop the smoke as he gets a little too close for comfort. And they're going to be pushing through. They got a Spirit leading them in. Smiley's going to get Melvin as he finally got the execution. And Amir's going to take out Smiley. And Koki's going to drop M's as they make their way onto the site. Salad and Wick pushing through as they leave Koki to plant the spike yet again.
Gets the plant again. Caillou, 7 HP, but don't cut him out of the fight. He might be able to trade here. Waiting for the rest of his team to pull up from the backside here. They have the high ground. They need to make a move soon with the spike already on the field here.
If only Sky was able to heal herself,
Exactly.
Caillou would definitely have a better way of wanting to get on, but he is going to play his time. Just wait to see if he can find out any information about them. It looks like
good snake
Viper
bite.
is going to figure out that someone's hanging tree. Going to get a couple shots off here. Seth really trying to find their way onto site, but the Demigods are going to find this round as their first round, keeping it 2-1, keeping it close, and that's really what we like.
It's a very back and forth game here. They did win the first 2 rounds, but you know, you expect that with pistol, so looks like we got a good game here on our hands, folks. So looks like we're going to see finally a full buy from St. Clair. They're carrying those Bulldogs and stuff from the last round. They can blame their loss on that. And now we're going to really see how the game will go going into this next round.
The economic positions of both teams is more or less traded from the last round. You know, the Saints had a lot more money in the bank after purchasing the previous one, while the Demigods were reeling for cash. But now the other way around, but relatively same arsenals coming through. We already have 1 death on the side of the Demigods, taking out Amir. The Neon not going to be able to play this round. They're going to have to figure out a way to get onto site without their #1 sprinter to lead the charge. Melvin finds Seth regardless. Looks like they don't need the speed to get things going their way. Spike being planted on the site of B as the Demigods establish their dominance on this spot for now.
Wick going for a little bit of scouting, not able to find anything. Giza coming up the flank, but Melvin's ready to take him out there. There's a blind from
That bird flew into the wall there. That was glad I caught that.
Get blinded right back. Looks like they're going to push on the B side here. Caillou prepping the flash, getting a big flash. He knows there's someone there. He doesn't know he's behind the wall. Salad takes 1, Melvin gets another. That's all down to Smiley here.
Smiley getting flashed.
They know where he is now. They're chasing him down, pushing him back to spawn. He has to rotate out of here somehow.
Not gonna risk it. But around the corner is Salad.
Ooh, he
but
takes him out.
Not gonna be able to take him out.
Might be able to save this gun. It seems to be his goal here today. And I think he successfully did it.
Yeah, but unless anyone can instantly teleport behind somebody, which I don't think is in this game yet. So he is going to be able to preserve that gun and maybe be able to accomplish something here. Saints, again, relatively light on cash this round. They are going to have to optimize their strategy for this new circumstance they find themselves in. And perhaps just going to be playing for picks here. Just try to get whatever they can get out of these next few rounds as their economy recovers.
Absolutely. It looks like the Demigods have kind of found their way into this match here, now getting a little bit of eco saved up and kind of figuring out their route. It seems like A is now their go-to, as we can see a full 5-man push here. They're going to be able to get up to door without any hitch, as only KJ is sitting on site. They're going to start pushing in a tree as the dog goes out for
I love
intel.
that there's a dog you can just throw out to chase people.
Giza's going to back off a little, try and save his life, as they are going to get the plant down on A. We can start to see the Saints kind of pushing from a couple different
Wrapping
angles here to
around,
try
yeah.
and find the flank, try and find this retake as they can get back onto site.
It looks like they're going for a little pincer approach here.
This is so
encroaching
scary.
in on the point. They have to move quickly. The spike has already been down quite a while. They need to make a move starting
5
now.
up on both squads, but just as they see that Smiley goes down, these are the most intense situations. Everybody's up and everybody has everything that they need. Seth, 2 tapping down Melvin, Amir trading that for Giza. They are still not even in numbers. Saints are down 1, but they are going to do everything they can regardless to turn this round in their favor. They seem to be actually just retreating here. They know that they don't have the time to defuse, so they're just going to hold back, see if they can get any pickoffs that they can, while the spike goes off without any hindrance.
Ems did upgrade his gun there. He got the kill, so now he's upgraded to a Vandal. And now he doesn't have to pay next round. A little bit of a frugal choice there.
We're getting to see a full buy again now from our Saints. All Vandals, a little bit of light shield, which is okay, but we're getting the big expensive guns back out. They really need to try and find a way to put a dent in the Demigods here and try to even put a dent in their eco, since it seems only Salad is below 3,000. They are starting to get a good savings going for themselves.
Yeah, the Demigods also have 2 ultimates at the ready, so it looks like the Saints have their work cut out for them here. And I think we're going to hear that. Yep, there's the Chamber ult right out the gate. They heard it coming, though. They knew they were going to hard push A again, but that grenade flushed them right down, forcing them to rotate over to B.
It's going to be a tough round for them, just like you said, but that's the ingenuity, freedom that you have to get creative in a game like this, to use strategies and use approaches that are unconventional, but work for any situation that you can imagine. So the Saints might be taking that exact approach. They are going to be holding every side that they can here. Oh, he's not going to be able to go past into it. That was so tragic.
Maybe there's a fake out for sound, though.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I've seen similar things happen in real life. People try to run through a door that's about to close, and then, they hit their head into it. It's really funny. I wish there was an animation for that in this game. She just like conks against the wall. Yeah. But
Smiley holding high position. TP out. Fake being on the high ground there. Gonna rotate over back to A. It looks like Melvin trying to find a pick over on B. I think both teams are just playing for picks right now, and Saints not playing those long angles because they know that Chamber ult is about.
Look at him, dude. Look at him. You can see the desire for the hunt in his eyes, but he's prowling. Not gonna find anything though, not yet. The neon wall is up. As it just goes down, not much has changed. Everybody throwing a lot of stuff, right?
Oh, he gets a headshot in the concussion. What a play from Giza. He gets another.
Woo.
And Seth gets one, and just like that,
baby,
flawless round.
Love to see
from the Saints.
It is what it is. I mean, how can you explain that? Explain yourself, Owen. Explain what your team's done. You know what? Fine. I can't. That's not fair to you. Sometimes bad things happen, and you can't really explain it. Your team did a really bad thing to the Demigods that round, but yeah, we'll forgive you this time. Just try not to be so brutal next time. What a flawless, as the game even said, execution of their strategy there. You guys have any thoughts? How did they make that work?
Well, I just don't know how Giza landed the concussion headshot, because it slows down your fire rate, makes your cursor wobbly. But going into the next round, going to another fast push on A site here.
As we can see, Melvin's brought an operator of his own now. Try and find those long angles again. His ultimate didn't quite work out for him last round, but hopefully this operator does get him a couple picks. As we can see, the Demigods are starting to push up onto A, where most of our Saints are as well, waiting in defense. The Neon ult is going to come out now. Going to try and find one pick on the Caillou, and Sky going to find Seth, but Omen is going to trade out Amir and start to retreat as they've delayed this plant a little bit.
I can actually hear Smiley's heartbeat from here. I can hear it. That's such a stressful situation to be in. Yeah, he got out, and he is going to have to find a way to get back in, unfortunately. Just as you escape the trouble.
Oh, there's a Killjoy ult, going to flush them out of sight there.
Just force everybody to leave the area of operation. It's like the Wi-Fi went down. They're all just collecting together in a spot that does still receive reception. It goes through, double bounce, got the rocket ready. Going around the corner, he sees one, goes off, but not before he goes down himself. Smiley and Giza both getting headshots as they both come around the corner, and they leave Smiley to get the defuse. What an excellent, flawless execution coming out from the Saints yet again. And they're just playing.
That's a massive round from the Saints too, because I think they also picked up the operator that Chamber got.
It does.
Seem like, I heard the shot. So
I thought so too, but
maybe that was him just missing. And then
maybe they just rather get it out of here altogether than give the potential of giving it back. Because those operators, being a one-shot from pretty well any distance, any part of the body, they're just such a dangerous tool to have out when you have such a skilled player wielding it like Melvin. You want it out. It's got to be gone.
I like that name. His character looks like a Melvin.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
the name, Steve. the commitment to playing a character accurately and naming yourself as such is very admirable to me.
There's a snake pit up on A there, on the A crossing there to be. So they have way less options than what they want to push here.
The doggies are going up the stairs.
Looks like they've realized that
What a
C
sentence.
is left a little unattended here, with just Giza and Ems kind of holding it down from back angles, but they are going to start to make their push and try to find that plant.
That's no
Demigods have 3 on the point already. It's going to be tough to take it back. And there's the snake pit. What are you going to do against that? Smiley somehow gets a headshot from the smoke. He gets another.
Who is this guy? Who said you can do that? Ems just standing where he needs to be,
Ems
throwing
gonna
up
pop
the
in the paint
nade.
shells.
He knows exactly where they are. Spiky is going to go down nonetheless. And if you are unfamiliar with this game just like me, just know that that giant green cloud of smoke does exactly what you think it does as you watch Ems' HP tick down so painfully. But Salad and Koki, he finds him! Throws
the
out
other.
satchel, but not going to be able to pop it off in time. Salad spots out Smiley, but he does not turn around in time. It's just Giza spraying him down through the cloud, leaving Caillou to defuse. Another victory for the Saints.
No, you don't deserve my emotions.
What an excellent round for the Saints. So well done for executing such a very strong strategy and playing so strongly that round. It's just, gentlemen, I think the Saints are playing out of their minds right now.
What a round indeed. The running spray through the smoke saving the round. Those bullets just went the wrong direction, wrong spray, you know, flying a little bit of an outline. That could have went totally different, but
Yeah,
great play from the Saints. And
Smiley finding those 2 blind kills there through the Viper pit was just unreal. It's like they're magnetic. They just found their target and they helped our Saints get to where they needed to be and put them up 2 rounds here.
Oh, what a blind from Caillou there. Playing very aggressively here on defense side, able to find a pick from the Dune already.
I was about to say that infamous Dune coming into play already. Caillou watching the angle.
Oh, that almost was a huge snake bite.
Does not balance exactly how he wants to. Koki silently waiting around the corner. If Caillou is aware of his presence, is yet to be seen. They're not going to meet each other just yet. On the other side, on A side, they do appear to be pushing, trying to find an approach. Malvin is going to be on the forefront. The drone is going to draw his eyes, leaving Ems to get the headshot on him. Giza around the corner. Salad, not looking where you need to be, my friend, and he's going to pay the ultimate price for it.
Down to 2 on the side of the Demigods. They have the work cut out for them here, but it looks like C is open, and it looks like it's going to be a successful rotate as all of the Saints are on A. This could be a good round.
Well, hopefully they realize sooner rather than later before the spike goes down, so that way they have some advance time to start rotating over. But it looks like they're starting to figure out that the A push ain't happening, and they're going to start making their way over from various angles to try and get to that C. As the spike goes down now, Wick and Koki are going to find themselves, try to find some proper angles where they can pick off a few of the Saints before they can get to C.
Like very aggressively with these angle watching. If I were them, I'd stay on site, but Smiley ready to pick off any stragglers.
Oh my
Just like
god,
that,
they were
this-
both flashed and they were still able to react to them. And just like you said, they're watching the angles, but the angles watch back when they are on the side of the Saints, and they were able to take him up before he was able to cause too much damage. Giza picking up the defuse where I believe Seth just left off. It's going to be teammates, everybody on the side of the Saints getting a kill before the round went over.
Yeah, that's unfortunate from the Demigods. I would not have roamed this hard, and we're going to see the timeout on the side of the Demigods come out, because after that, I would definitely discuss what is my game plan, because they seemed very panicked, very, like they wanted to get those kills. They needed to find a pick, but I
Frantic.
don't think they should have roamed like that.
Absolutely, especially when you've got the spike down. There's a couple spots on C that they could set up where they can watch it from much larger angles that they can hold better, like some plants for long, and we really haven't seen that from them. They've been trying to play that back sight hold, but it just hasn't worked out for them on C. So maybe they're discussing right now, what can we change? Where can we start moving? Try and find better angles and better ways to hold a site post-plant.
I feel like they were seeing some more success when they were having a bit more confidence and going in guns blazing, so to speak. Right now, it seems like they slowed things down a lot, and when they do go in, it doesn't feel like as much oomph in it. You know, it feels hesitant, it feels scared, and once you start fearing your opponent, you're not going to be able to conquer them. You have to respect them, but not fear them. And I feel right now the Demigods, I don't think they necessarily fear the Saints, but they are definitely playing like it in some elements. As we get back into the game, the Saints are looking to make this a very one-sided victory, but the Demigods want to make sure that is not going to be the case. They are fighting, and they are fighting back hard.
This is not a hope is lost scenario for the Demigods. They do have the rifles to play with. They do have light shields, but it's much more winnable having those guns in your hands rather than playing through, you know, the thrifty buys. But here we are going in to the 10th round here. Could be an interesting one after this break, trying to stop the momentum in the Saints' favor. There's a Sky Out coming out. Amir running on the site with the concussions, but
In.
oh, Wick finding Giza up at the top.
Absolutely. Amir going to start to push back into the spawn, try to hold that back spot, as it looks like the spike is going to be going down on A. Melvin going to find a pick onto Seth there. Does he know there's 2 more waiting? He's going to find the pick on Ems. Will he find the 3rd? As he looks around, Caillou, and there we go. He finds the final kill on Caillou. That's going to be 3 for Melvin this round, and a flawless attack for the Demigods.
That felt like a game of Pac-Man where like the ghosts are chasing you, you eat the power pellet, and they're all still walking towards you in that alleyway, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, move. Like, why are you still chasing me? All 3 of them went directly towards him. They weren't able to find the answer that they needed. But we do see an operator on the side of the Saints in Giza's hands. Things are heating up a little bit, don't you think?
Exactly. I haven't seen that before. I'm excited to see what Giza does, but what an amazing job playing close from Melvin there. And just the Saints tried the TP, tried to get him around, but his teammates were watching. He's back, ready for it. There's a flash out. There's the missed op shot. Giza going to have to retreat to a high ground here, and he's going to try and delay this push. But M's able to find Melvin.
As the Demigods push in here, Giza is going to move back with that op, but it looks like the rest of the Saints are kind of playing back, trying to wait. Gonna have a couple. The play is gonna come down now from Koki, and we're gonna be planting in a little bit of a different spot this time for the A push, but he is gonna use his ult and try to get all the way behind the Saints. Oh, and it doesn't quite work as, yeah, unfortunately doesn't get to have the amazing flank that every Omen dreams
Ems is
of.
going in though. Satchel going in. He gets 1, gets 2. And Wick going to take out 2 there. Try and even up this game for himself, but it's all down to him. He needs to stop and delay this plant here. There's a flash going out. Does not get picked. He gets picked off by Giza there.
From the corner you weren't watching.
What happened to the op? Did he drop it for a rifle there?
I'm not gonna
I'd
lie
assume
to that.
it's the best play there. It might try and
Yeah,
go
it was a good
again.
play, but I would want to pick it up for next.
He still has it.
Oh yeah, he has it.
he's
Picked it up.
got it.
He's ready.
Good quick swap there with the weapon.
round before
Taking
the
those
switch.
close rounds, and here we are entering the last round in the half.
It's plays like these that make you realize why our Saints are just a dominating force this year for
Tier
Valorant.
above, truly. It feels like, at least. It's always. It always feels like watching a masterclass when watching the Saints winning confidently. Obviously, you know, they have their struggles occasionally. They're far from perfect players, but sometimes it can feel like it when they really are in the groove.
Especially when Smiley's hitting those smoke shots. That felt like a perfect player there. And then we're going to see the Chamber ult right out of the gate. Double flash coming out.
Last round and a half, so everybody spent everything they had, so we should get to see a pretty exciting round here as far as ults, abilities, everything.
Ooh, Wick going to take out 1. Smiley going to take out another.
dude.
Wick gets a double kill.
Caillou!
going to get a double as well.
What are you doing? That was incredible. The Dune just looking sideline to sideline and getting a triple kill.
Third.
Challenging the Chamber ult there. That's insane.
That's nerves of steel,
Yeah.
and that's why Caillou is one of our
The GOAT.
consistently leading players.
And M's going to pop the ult, try and delay any potential push for C, but not going to happen as the Demigod, the last remaining Demigod here, is over in spawn.
I believe, is Spike down? Yeah, Spike is down over at C long, so he does have to make his way over there regardless, so he is going to fall right into the hands of Ems and Caillou as they just wait patiently around this corner.
Situation, but
Like
you also
he's
must
going
feel
for the
powerful.
flank.
Okay, never mind. I was like, it's a scary situation, but you gotta have like this level of like just righteous fury inside of you, and then you go around the corner and immediately get headshot. It's just very, very unfortunate. But again, really are putting up a very strong resistance against St. Clair College. Our Saints doing so well in these last few rounds, but now sides have switched. Obviously, the dynamic is going to change as well in this game. We're going to get to see a taste of the Saints' offense this time around.
I think that the Demigod's comp is much more suited for a defensive playstyle. With the Chamber, you can switch to the points way faster, way easier, and way better. So it could be a very different, play out for this round.
Absolutely, and they could have kept that in mind when they were picking. They could have kept that in mind when they were playing. You know, maybe they didn't even think they were going to get a single round win over the side on the offense. But that's all going to have to be and remain speculation as we get into the first round. We're just going to have to let their actions speak for themselves going forward. It's like everybody's taking things relatively slowly here. The one smoke going to side of the approach on A, and they're not going to be able to get too comfortable here. Looks like the Saints are going to be reevaluating where they're going to go. They could be going for B, they could be going for A. It doesn't seem like they fully decided just yet. Getting ready to throw a snake bite. That was just a really funny pose.
Yeah, lining it up. It's the lineups, man.
Like you're just staring at the sun there.
There's Koki holding the backside, but he's going to get flushed out by Nate and pushed right into Kaiu's bullets there. And just like that, looks like A-side is free for them.
Here.
We are going to start to see the rotation from the Demigods as they make their way towards A, now realizing the Saints are fully pushing onto here. M's going to find his way on a site. Kaiu going to get taken down by Wick as the plant is starting to go down from Smiley. Viper Wall and every bit of utility starting to come up. We're going to get a kill from Ems and Seth as they take out Salad and Amir. Wick going to get a double to try and trade back, leaving it all to Melvin here to try and get the defuse as well as the final 2 kills.
I see you, Wick. He wanted to show us that he knows what's up, but yeah, not going to go entirely in their favor. Saints winning another pistol round, and they are going to take things very well going forward. Another timeout coming through. They're going to have to be able to readjust and just take the time to think, contemplate, and discuss. What do you think they're talking about right now?
Whatever they talked about last time, I'm hoping is what they talk about. Because after the last break that they had, they played amazingly. They started winning rounds. Like, they had a little bit of a comeback coming on there. Like, great round from Melvin getting a 3K. So I'm sure whatever they're talking about, it's like a great game plan. Do you have any idea, Jordan?
Obviously, this is their timeout now on the opposite side, so they are going to have to talk strategy as how do we start moving defensively against these guys? Because clearly they've only seen the attacking side, so let's see how they can kind of counteract. Maybe they will get this momentum shift back towards their way, but we shall see, I guess.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is it's so early into the second half, right? Like, you haven't even really felt out how defense feels.
You can't really
just
like
kind of lost
strategize.
pistol, honestly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you can't really strategize, can't really get everything down. So we'll see if this has the same value as it had last time. We're going right back in here.
One thing that is, no matter what you call a timeout for, one thing that I think every team does in their timeouts is to make sure that everybody is on the same page, morale isn't getting too low, and everybody's still focused and head in the game. As I mentioned earlier on, especially in a game like this, as soon as you start kind of losing confidence and losing trust, that's when things really start to crumble. So they might even just take the time to just talk to each other and make sure they're all still feeling good.
It looks like we have a nearly full save on the side of the Demigods here with everything but a few abilities. Not any shield, not any other gun besides the standard pistol. So it'll be very interesting to see how they approach this. We do have Melvin getting to use Chambers' extra free sheriff, as I like to call it.
The hand cannon.
The hand cannon. So we'll see if he can do some damage with that, but otherwise this may be a one-sided round for the Saints.
Exactly. Kaiu going to have to fight the more powerful gun. And just like that, most powerful gun on the side of the Demigods taken out. And the Saints, all they have to do is fight the classics now. Looks like the Demigods are going to rotate over to C because the Saints got the pick there. But Saints, I feel like hard read this and just rotate over to A. And it looks like they're going to get a free, clean plant here.
As I was just about to say, you know, Kaiu is no stranger to those situations where he's peeking a corner and there may or may not be an opponent's head waiting for him, but he usually gets those situations. Not too surprised to see that going down as Smiley gets the plant. Saints are very comfortably taking this round, it seems.
Spike is planted down on the board by Smiley here, and now the Demigods have to rotate over from long, not go for a split push. It's going to be hard going single file line into the Saints defense here. Kaiu going to get one, and now they're very anxious to see who's going to go first. They're like, who's going to go first? Who's going to challenge him first? The smoke goes up. They are all deciding, should we go together, guys? Are we going as a team? Smiley picks off another. They're going to have to move quickly.
Oh, no.
Ems gets another, and now it's all down to Koki here. But
wow.
Giza going to take him out with the Guardian.
Yeah, not a lot you could have done there. Owen's face, I think, says it all. Trying to hide a little bit of the confidence there. Just remain excited and optimistic about the team. But sometimes you can't help but let out a little bit of a smile at the circumstances there. Even myself, watching them try to anxiously go through the door, it's like your ball landed in the neighbor's yard, and like, who's gonna knock the door, guys? It's not gonna be me, but it has to be somebody. So.
We are going to see an interesting kind of buy here again. Once again, Demigods have saved up enough to buy those Vandals and Phantoms. Saints, however, still stuck with mostly Bulldogs, Guardians. Powerful weapons nonetheless, but a little bit lower tier. We are going to see Melvin get that first pick onto Ems as they try to push up onto C.
Yeah, on the Dune. I feel like you just feel like a powerful player when you're standing on it. It's like you either feel like a more powerful player, or you feel your strength being sapped away from you. It seems with how cozy he's getting with that Dune, he might be, the former. But Melvin is going to be the one responsible for holding this angle, and the Saints
not there.
Assaulting this site. Melvin very uncomfortable here. Seth goes.
Oh, the spike is down.
It is. It is. You're absolutely right. As Salad takes out Caillou, things are looking a little bit grim, but Smiley is going to get the... Oh, that was even counted as a wall bang there. Wall bang headshot. Salad on the boardwalk there. Amir going through.
Oh, no.
Into the smoke, into the unknown, but Smiley is going to be the one going down, even though he's in his own domain. Giza is in a bit of trouble, but nothing he can't handle as he goes up the stairs, gets a headshot. Amir showing his face. Not what you want to do here. Slides around
Very
and
close.
gets the execution onto Giza. Very well done.
When it was 10-4 there, the San Diego Demigods needed that win. It's 10-5, feeling a lot more winnable. Still in the losing position, but it's much more winnable here. They needed that win now more than ever.
10-4 sounds a lot scarier than 10-5.
It definitely does. You're like, oh, we're only half down. When you're in a 10-4 situation, you're like, oh, we need to win.
It's
6.
over.
Yeah. But here we are. Wick. We have a Sky ult on the side of the Demigods, and we have an Omen ult on the side of St. Clair. Should be an interesting round. Here we go.
Oh, Melvin. Oh, he's acting a little bit frantically there, but I completely understand him. The Dune, he sees the head popping on the corner, and he saw that that person didn't go down, so he immediately snaps his fingers and gets out of there. Getting ready to just have a little bit of a mental refresh. Ems is going to be going with the rest of his team as they rotate around, just seeing what they can get around this map.
The Saints really have been utilizing this kind of slow push, wait to find their best site sort of strategy here. Kind of realizing C might have been a little crowded, so they're going to start to make their way towards B here. As Salad is trying to hold him off with a couple of these snake bites. The Saints just waiting back, collecting those ult points. It's been a little bit of a slow one this round. They are going to have to start to make decisions soon as to which site, being only 50 seconds left. Trying to find that first pick still, because that is very important, as whoever gets the first blood kind of dominates that round, and we're going to find out in a second who that is.
Yeah, you got to pick somewhere.
They keep getting repelled off the site, though. The Demigods are ready for any push that comes their way. But it looks like they're pushing on the C, but Melvin's ready for it. Going to take out one. Going to push back to backside, but running through the snake bites, he's going to find Ems as well. And just like that, it's a 3v5 scenario. Not looking great for the Saints. Now they need to get this spike down. Only 15 seconds left. I see the Omen ult, but someone's waiting for him. He has to recall. Just like that, it's all down to Smiley. He has 5 seconds left. He takes out one.
Wow. Yeah, there really wasn't much he could do there with 6 seconds left as the round was kind of closing out there. All he could do was just take as many people down with him. And he was able to take out one just before the round ended. Saints going to take another loss here. But things are not too dreary for them so far.
They do have a massive lead, but San Diego Demigods do need to get these wins, and they're starting to get them. Now St. Clair has to start buying a little bit lighter, so we'll see a little bit of a save round coming from them. Ems does have the showstopper, so they might be a little bit clutch out this round, but it's going to be a lot tougher.
We are going to get the chamber ult again from Melvin, as he is opting to save all of his money this round. M's going to use the Raze ult to try and get an early pick, but no one's going to be around, and they realize that they have B to themselves. This could be a very good opportunity.
Oh, no.
Melvin is going to find that first kill, though, onto Giza. Kind of found him just lurking around, and Plant is going to be delayed a little bit from the Saints.
Missed the blind on the side.
Oh, they didn't see him.
Hey, but just like that, Koki gonna get taken out.
Oh,
Smiley gonna find a great Bucky shot there on someone rotating around, but Chamber gonna try and push there.
Oh, misses the shot.
One enemy
Oh, Mir taking another kill on the side of the map. I thought that
the
shot was
Caillou.
a kill through the smoke, but wrong person there. Caillou. Not ready there. Not ready enough. Wick going to be able to get the defuse. They're catching up.
Bringing it back. It's
Their
certainly-
timeout must have worked again.
Yeah.
They said
Absolutely.
something back there that has clearly got them the momentum back in their favor.
Maybe if you're the Saints, maybe you're thinking, well, we have a timeout. Maybe we should use it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. That's just me. But maybe they're looking to recapture that momentum they once had. So,
Maybe they're planning on a no timeout challenge to give them a.
oh, nope, there
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
As we say that,
I had a feeling it was coming.
Give Owen a chance to get on his podium and start yelling at people. He doesn't do that.
When you're losing like that in like multiple rounds in a row, when you had such a big lead, you need to call those timeouts. So I think that's a smart play.
Even just taking a second to really just sit back, and the chairs are very comfortable, might I add. So even just taking a second, just sit in the chair and just, yeah, it can work a lot. In your
I
favor.
think their main problem is their indecisiveness. Like you said earlier, Jordan, like they were waiting for the perfect push, but then that amounted to like a rushed, very failed push at the end. So I don't know. Going into the next round, I think if they think about it and they talk it over, they notice their mistakes. Could be a very markable improvement.
it seems like attacking isn't quite going that well for them in general. So obviously they're going to have to come up with some new strats here. So it'll be really interesting to see how they come out of this timeout. Will they come out a little more aggressive, trying to straight line it towards one of the sites, or are they still going to play a little passive and try to figure out where they want to go? As we do see here, they are making that A push a little bit more dominant early on. Nobody's really sitting on it right now, so we'll
I don't know. I think it's
still 8 seconds before the round starts.
Yeah. Well, Melvin with the op is going to be on A, so this could be disastrous for the Saints.
He's hardcore watching that. I see his triangle on the mini map. Oh, but the sight line
no.
is going to be blocked out by the Viper. Smiley. Oh, I didn't even think he got that. What an impressive shot from Melvin. Just clipping him. I think that was on the arm. And it's going to be exactly what he sees the dog. He knows that Caillou must be there. Exactly where he's not sure, but he's about to find out. Waiting. Oh, but
Viper wall
they
goes
use the wall. He goes for the shot just in case. That just goes to show the discipline, even if they aren't necessarily expecting it. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, but they didn't take that risk. They made sure that they had the wall ready to allow Caillou to get through safely. Ems just narrowly missing the headshot on the person up there on the high ground. Melvin still watching the site. Smoke is going to go down to obscure his vision even more. Caillou is going to take that advantage and walk right through it as they go onto the site and let him plant. Gonna get it down. The spike has been dropped, but there's a little pool there. He does not want to be standing in. It's not the kind of pool that you go to on the weekend.
Yeah, that snake bite is not to be messed with. Ems holding the underground position, the little part of this collapsed bridge here. And he knows that's where people
knows it.
usually rotate through, so
He
this could be a
wants
huge grenade.
He wants it.
They're going to push it right on the site, going to try and get past that grenade. They get flashed,
did.
and that's it. And now Giza has to go for the big flank here as he's the last one on his team. Just as they started to defuse. He finds one. Can he find another through this wall? Finds another. Will he be able to stop the plant? Not in time. And that is round 8 for the Demigods. What a comeback.
Location they chose to plant really coming back to bite him there. If it was just a little bit out of that corner, he could have just sat comfortably on the high ground and just started laying out clips, but not going to be able to pull it off there. He had no choice but to go for that jump. To either risk it all or lose the round, and he chose to risk it all, and that seems to be the way the Saints want to be playing this.
That's the interesting dichotomy, you know. It's like, do you plant in the safe spot so you won't get shot while you plant? But, you know, if you plant in the safe spot, it's a safe spot for the enemy if they start defusing. So it's an interesting little give and take there, but here we are, round 19. Wow, long one.
We are going to see another save here from the Saints. And Melvin, once again with that early pick in the op, he's finally kind of found his stride with the shot there. Finally figured out how to put a stop to these Saints before they get anywhere near the site. But they are going to be able to get on and get that quick
Same
plant
spot.
down. Same spot, but we'll see if this retake from...
Melvin going to get another op shot on Caillou there. It's a big one there.
Smiley goes on the corner and gets dropped by Amir. Melvin getting his
Oh,
third
3K.
off shot along the map. Seth lining up the poison orb. Oh, just getting
gets
missed by
dinked.
Melvin. Refiring, but it doesn't matter.
I
That's going to be 4 kills for Melvin this round.
it appears the
as
snake
they
bite may have
defuse.
worked here. For the time being.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you can buy a little bit of time, but not enough to win you the round. That is a flawless round from the Demigods.
You know,
More and more, they're living up to that name.
10-5 sounds a lot scarier than 10-9.
Yeah, it does. You're
It
one
does.
point away from bringing it back. Like, what a winning streak, too. They're at 10-4, and they've won 5 rounds in a row. They're looking to make it 6. Saints
And look
need
at
to
the money.
figure out that special sauce they had earlier. They were just dominating. Maybe it was defense, but maybe it's just attack is what the Demigods like, or defense is what the Demigods like.
Not a lot of creativity on the side of the Saints arsenal here. They all have the same guns, same armor, and everything, except for one person with the light armor. But that is the strategy they're going for here. I think they're going to try playing a little bit more aggressively here. Not going to take too much time to meander. They're going to find an opening, and I think they're going to commit for it. That's at least what I think they're going to be trying going for with this lineup here.
They do have 3 ults on their side. There's a grenade, gonna hit Wick a little bit and goes for the headshot. Good double kill from the Saints side there. 3-4. They need to find somebody on
Switching
the
out.
site though. Yeah.
I think they wanted them to think that they were committing for C-side, and they're going to be rotating towards B, it seems. Yep, they're going to be going down the alleyway, walking down the street, but the Demigods aren't falling for it. They didn't hard commit onto C like the Saints maybe were hoping for, but that doesn't mean that B is being covered. It is going to be open, and they are going to be able to find an opening to get in, even just committing the Killjoy just to be safe. Saints still taking a little too long to get in.
Melvin almost caught by the KJ out there as the spike is going to go down.
Oh, there's a Viper Pit.
Smiley is going to take a
Demigods.
second. Koki's
no,
going to find 2. Smiley's going to trade. Finally get Melvin, get that operator down on the
30
ground and
seconds
out of
left.
someone's hands. We may get to see a little round win with that
Salad,
operator
about
out
to
of
meet
the team.
Smiley, and they say hello and goodbye. But he gets it from behind!
no.
Koki! Oh!
He's lit up as well. Smiley has his work cut out for him here. It's Omen v Omen, but Smiley only has 49 health. He needs to get a headshot kill.
Comes to
A
the
little bit of a
1v1.
one-tap here.
The 1v1 of fate. The momentum of this game depends on the outcome here. This could either be the tie of the match, or this could be the breaking of the win streak for the Demigods as Koki comes around the corner. Smiley swings the other way, and he
what a
gets the
headshot.
headshot! 4 kills for Smiley, showing that he is the superior Omen, breaking the win streak on the side of the Demigods. Oh, and he's just cherishing the moment. Look at him. Wow, rubbing the eyes. The stress must have been real. And he's just glad that his players are not disappointing him here, and they are not going to be disappointing anybody with this fantastic gameplay, win or loss. This has been one hell of a match to watch for either team.
Yeah, bringing it all the way from 10-4 to 11-9. Great plays by the Demigods. And finally, St. Clair got a win, broke that momentum. Let's see if they can close out the game here with their own momentum. Amir going in very fast, but looks like it's going to be a C push from the Saints.
They will back up here, starting to play a little more passive. They do know that Melvin, or maybe, sorry, they won't know that Melvin has picked up another operator for himself with that unlimited money he seems to have. So that danger is there, and they need to be very conscientious. But Koki is going to be just waiting right outside that door for them. We'll see what the Saints can do here.
Here.
Yeah, it's Caillou going around the wall here. Granny gonna try and flush them out, but that was a little premature there. Wick gonna get lit up to 2 health, and Smiley gonna close it out. And now the Saints have pushed up the first choke point of A. And now they just need to go on to site here. M's watching the high ground. I don't think he knows Koki's in the smoke over there. He might have seen him. He sees him. He licks him up, but not enough to get the kill.
I like that gun. that was cool. But that was such a scary scenario for either member there. Adams, if his cursor was just a little bit there earlier, if he held it in spot. Oh, but Melvin, his cursor is definitely in the right spot. He's able to pick off Caillou. Melvin doing
30
so much
seconds
work this game to get these picks that make the round so much more difficult for the Saints. Rotating through, Saints making their way.
Satchel out.
Rotating
Moving
onto
fast
B side.
on the B side. They're going loud now. Not creeping around anymore. D Salad delayed on the snake bites, trying to delay the push, but little does he know the push has already started.
Spike's going to go down from Seth. They are going to try and sit on site here and hold the Demigods out. Vipe Salad's just waiting for the right moment to peek this corner. Oh,
Double follow
and,
through.
oh, a little double from Salad there. Ems is going to find Melvin. Killjoy is going to pop both to try and
No
delay
way.
this
Does
defuse.
Does he know?
No way.
It's going to be a close one. That smoke's
Smiley.
going to come down.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
he
pick
is
from
there.
Giza.
Last player standing.
Go
Using
push out.
Amir, last man here.
They delayed the defuse. It's half done.
Running
Has
with
to
the
go for a
corner.
kill, but Giza ready to get the kill. What a win indeed.
Slide won't work this time, buddy. It was a little bit of a familiar situation on the other point there on Seaside where he got that slide to get the victory. He was ready for it that time, getting the kill to take the round.
Match point now. Quite the road to get here, but Saints are looking at one round to finally pull this first game out, and I think that would be the real momentum shift, would be this first game in general, because it has been so contested between these two teams.
Exactly. You want the morale boost of having that game behind you. It makes you play a little more confident, a little bit more energetic. But here we are, Wick going for the flash on the A side, but it looks like the Saints are going to push B or C. Melvin has the chamber ult ready to go, and that is dangerous indeed.
Smiley leading the charge here, or might be leading the retreat. As it seems the Saints kind of want to rotate, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Kind of committed a little bit for B, and then they're going to be rotating to A, but right into the sight lines of the Demigods. Utilities are being committed, birds are going to be flying, orbs are going to be soaring, and a lot of chaos is being sown at that point. And that's going to be both teams actually just deciding to back off a bit, just like, okay, that was a little scary, guys. I don't know. I don't know about this. And the Saints are going to be opting to rotate back towards B, it seems, leaving one man to watch Seaside, and that seems to be a wise decision so far, as Melvin seems to be coming around the dune, just watching that sight line. Seth kind of coming up here.
Gets flashed. They know one of them's there. Koki gonna go for the kill, and he finds it. That is disastrous for St. Clair. It's gonna be much harder. There's a Sky ult coming out from Caillou. M's gonna try and flush out the site. Do they know someone's on the other side of this door? And it's the chamber ult, and he gets out for free with that TP.
Sky ult is going to give away the two that are hiding there as they make their final push on a C, hopefully trying to get the plant down. Melvin waiting once again. Melvin is going to go down by Giza. Giza going to go find two. M's going to find the third.
Last one remaining.
And
that is a win.
Everybody
Our
just
Saints have
working
won
so
game one.
flawlessly together.
Meow.
Indeed. That game rough. No, I'm Team Meow, 100%. Team Meow. That game makes me want to purr. It was so flawlessly done by the Saints. Everything kind of came together so well in the end. They just, the way they got those last few kills, all one by one by one by one. It was just one after the other. And it just goes to show the level of coordination and teamwork that the Saints are able to put together to cinch out a victory.
Yeah, this is an amazing game all around from both teams. Like, what a comeback from the Demigods. I don't want to discount their efforts
100%.
indeed. A great win from the Saints, but wow, what a comeback. 10-4, bringing it all the way to 9 points, getting such like a 5-round win streak. That was amazing.
Not a team to be trifled with. For their first game here in the NECC for Valorant, they are putting on a show, and it will be exciting beyond today to see how far they go, but we still got a couple more games. We'll see if our Saints can pull it out 2-0, or if we're going to go the full distance to game 3.
Absolutely. That, and just looking back at those moments for those games, I just can't get it out of my head the way each team was able to just analyze around and shift on a dime to change the way they played, the momentum, the strategy, and just find a way to they identify like their victory point, their objective, besides obviously planning the spike, but you have to have a way to do it. And whether that's getting pickoffs and that's whether or not that's flanking, the way they went about finding it was just so well done every round.
Yeah, overall, great game from both players, like we said. And we'll be back with a decisive game 2 here right after a quick break. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back.
Got one. Here. Player standing. One enemy remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to bring things back with you tonight. We are in the NECC Legends Valorant matchup with the St. Clair Saints versus the Demigods. And if you were here just a little bit earlier, you got to see the action that was game one. And if you really thought that was all the action you were getting tonight, you are sorely mistaken, as things are just getting underway. My friends joining me on the desk today, please tell me exactly what you're thinking.
It is I, Motheyes, here to bring you the first map, or second map, Haven.
Good
first
job.
map, my bad. Anyways, Saints starting on attack with the Demigods starting on defense. Interesting picks from the team here. Jordan, do you have any words?
Yeah, we get to see a lot of different picks agent-wise from both teams.
There's Owen.
Owen getting ready in his coach's chair, looking spiffy as always. But yes, the Saints here choosing a little bit differently. Going to switch it up for this map. Use a different kind of lineup as Ems goes to Jet rather than Raze, and we get to see the Sova and Breach kind of make their debut out here as well.
Yeah, Smiley on the breach. I haven't seen that before, I guess because he's a new player. And then on the other side, they have a Sky as well as an Omen. So it should be an interesting match. Oh, and a Killjoy as well.
I just know that no matter what team you're on, it is going to be one headache trying to get anything done if you're trying to do it easily. Nothing's going to come easy this game, not just because of the agents, but the level of players that we have here on both rosters have demonstrated that they are here to win, and they are here to win impressively as we get started with round one. Saints winning both pistol rounds in the previous game. Caillou throwing out the shock dart, getting ready to go right up through mid. We have three of the Saints pushing up. It's actually rotating to the alley. Smoke's going down, and things are looking to start picking up. Approaching through the side here. We're going to have contact eventually, just barely missing each other, but here we go. Ems on the high ground, getting dropped by Amir. First blood of the game. Melvin dropping Caillou with a headshot. Smiley still has to navigate his way
what a
through.
right click.
Gets the headshot immediately. Melvin returning the favor.
Yeah, what a right click indeed. Giza, last one, has to hold the line. He finds one pick. Is he going to find another? He does not, and that is a first round win for the Demigods.
Recoil got away from him just a little bit too much there. You could see the shots were just so far from the cursor as he already shot so much.
Demigods already off to a better start here than they were in the last match, picking up that first pistol round and now being on the side to force by, as we can see, some Spectres, a Vandal come out. This might be the momentum change they need in this game even to start pushing back against the Saints and try and take this back and make it a 1-1 in the series overall.
Absolutely. Smiley getting ready to cause some trouble here. Imagine having that on your arm. I think that would be very uncomfortable, but it's useful for sure.
Blinded.
And it's going to be also very uncomfortable for the Demigods. They're going to be the ones on the other end of the barrel, but Ems getting the headshot through a wall too with that sniper rifle, taking a lot of damage for his trouble though, as Seth, he was able to clear a path for him to start advancing. They are going to be very cautious here, not going to be overzealous with their assault.
Yeah, a great play with the Marshal there on Ems, but did not get out there unscathed. Only 33 health left to his name. It's going to be tough. But it looks like two of them on the Saints side have very low health. Indeed, the Breach has only 20 health left, and all he has is a classic. Has to play close. Not looking great for him. Seth looking to lead the charge with a well-placed smoke. It looks like they're gearing up for a push for C. C long is free right now, so it looks like if they move fast, they might get the plant down. Wick watching Garage, he finds one with the nanites, and Shadows.
Oh, but
he finds the
Seth!
kill.
Ooh,
What an
he's
upgrade to a
guy.
gun too. That's a Spectre on the board here for the
30
Saints.
seconds
Ems
left.
looking the wrong way. That's two stolen.
my
Pushing for
lord.
back. What a right click. And just like that, Ems gets taken out, and it's all down to Seth.
Salad! Salad! Oh, Salad getting so many kills there, but Koki's going to be picking up the last one there. Seth, I still don't know how he survived that engagement. That guy had a whole rifle, and he just had a little pistol in his hand. Was able to put him down, and that round could have gone the way of the Saints if a couple of mistakes weren't made there. But, you know, that's the way things are right now, and they're going to have to look that in the eye as they prepare to turn this game in their favor. Things are, you know, it's expected to lose your round after pistol. After you lose pistol, again, Saints losing the first pistol round of the series. But here in round 3, they are looking to at least get something accomplished.
A little bit of an interesting buy here from the Demigods. They are buying a little light this round, a couple pistols still on their side. This may give the Saints the upper hand they need to try and start pushing towards that and get their first round under their belts. As we do see they are starting to make their way towards A. Couple lurking around, waiting for any flanks, but it is predominantly a push. The dogs are going to go out, some util going to go down. Omen trying to find a nice spot to perch up on and wait. Saints kind of playing passively again in this offensive side.
Yeah, that might work out for them. It wasn't working out playing hyper aggressive there. It's 2-0 for them. So I think they're going to try and go for a little bit more of a passive strat. Try and find a pick before they fully commit to a site.
No deaths in this round. 53 seconds remaining. It's going to fall on one of these teams to take the initiative to get the action started. And depending on how that goes, it could have a large impact on the rest of this game, as we always mention the amount of momentum and morale plays in a game like Valorant. But as things get underway, there is going to be one down on the side of the Demigods. Saints pushing through all the pressure that they're facing. Seth picks up a kill on Koki. Again, a mirror kill there, establishing that he is the superior Omen. And we are underway here. The spike is planted. Saints have all of their agents left. Going around the corner, but he's going to get dropped by Hams. Giza picking up a kill on Salad. Amir, last man standing, goes for the flash, but there's nobody home as Caillou makes his presence known with one decisive bullet.
A much-needed, flawless game there from the Saints. Once they get those powerful rifles, they know how to use them the best. And now let's see if they can continue that momentum into the next coming rounds, because they are still down one round. What are you thinking, Jordan?
Well, now we get a full buy as well, and I think both teams are kind of set to really show what they got. The Saints are going to probably continue this A push at the beginning. It has been working out for them. Try and find those couple of picks and kind of move to the other site, but we'll see right off the bat. It seems like they're going to start getting a little bit more aggressive now that they have Vandals and Phantoms in their hands.
M's here holding this corner, but there's nobody home. It's so funny watching somebody play so carefully. They have no idea that there's nobody waiting for them, but they're just inching back and forth, watching a blank wall. But again, you have to play this carefully because there could be 5 guys behind that wall, and you're completely unaware of that. You have to be prepared. And just as I mentioned it, their patience might be rewarded as Melvin makes his way through, but the bird comes out. That's going to blind them. But Melvin able to dash back behind cover before they're able to put him down, followed up by the smoke. Saints are going to disengage, not knowing exactly what's around that corner.
That's such luck from Ems, by the way, that he missed every shot when he dashed in and dashed out. Very lucky there, got out unscathed, and now it looks like they're gearing up for a little rotate over to C. And here's Ems going back there. Smiley putting up a concussion on B, and they're going to fake the B push so that they can free up A to be pushed. There, the Omen smokes are going out. They're going fast now. Koki gonna put up a smoke and play very close here. Ems going into a smoke of his own, and Smiley gonna get one, Seth gonna get another, and that leaves just a few more. One is Heaven, and one is pushing for backside. Caillou gonna get the plant down. Sal gonna find one. Em's gonna get the punish though. Amir gonna get taken out. Heaven. Wick gonna find one, and that is just down to Wick now.
He might just be choosing to save here. 1v3 is not a very favorable situation for anybody. I don't care who you are, but maybe he is here to prove that it can be done, and it can be done with style as he goes into the window here, looking to see if he can find any heads that need to be clicked, but he is going to opt to just walk away, save his losses, and just get out while he still can.
I think they know where he is now, so they might go to push and stop the save, but Wick just plays carefully here. Looks like he's just going to save, putting down some bots for protection, but I don't think they're going to chase, so great round.
Now bringing it back 2-2, getting that momentum back on their sides and dominating on the eco side too now. The Demigods are going to have to kind of push back here. Possibly could see a timeout coming. We know they love their early timeouts in these games. So we're going to have to see if they try to take that chance, but they are going to try and buy as much as they can here. We do see a couple Phantoms, or a couple Vandals, a couple Bulldogs here with some light shields, whereas the Saints are all stacked up and still lots of money left. So it's going to be interesting in these next coming rounds to see how both teams work around that.
Definitely.
We're seeing some familiar plays coming out from both teams here, but I wonder if anyone's going to try doing anything to change things up. Any strategies you think that could really go in their favor that might be unexpected?
Honestly,
for either
Saints
side?
just keep doing what they're doing, playing slow, playing for the picks, rotating. Doing those fake out rotates is really messing with the
very
Demigods'
well for
heads
them.
here. But just as I say that, looks like MC's one. He has the gun glowing. Top kill leader in the lobby here. Just like that, it looks like they're pushing off of B. I think because of the light shields, the Demigods are playing a little more carefully, a little more fearful of what the Saints have in store for them. But Amir holding this garage very, very confidently. Caillou prepping the drone, going to scout it out. Oh, drone sees the dog. The pets are coming out to play. Just like that, he finds one backside, gonna go for the recon dart. And Ems there with the flank through the wallbang headshot. Wow, great teamwork from the Saints. And Ems pushing out on site. Caillou gonna take it out. This looks like Rainbow Six gameplay with how tactical they're being with these plays.
Absolutely.
frightening.
Plant's going to go down on C, and all the Saints are going to try to retreat so long as they have set this up for a great hold. The last couple of the Demigods here, Salad and Killjoy, are going to try and move on, but it may just be a little too late for them. They believe there might be a couple Saints watching, but little do they know that there's a full team of 4 just aim down sights on that long.
It's so funny seeing that on the mini map. It's just like this guy's like, maybe he's like rubbing his hands together. Maybe I got this. Maybe I got this. And there's literally 4 guys with guns all waiting for him to come onto the site.
I think he knows he doesn't have this this time. They're going to save their rifles for the next round. And finally, the Saints are in the lead. They're playing for backside picks, but Saints are just going to watch long, rotate back to spawn. And that's round 3 for the Saints.
Look at them. Oh, I was going to say calm and collected, but Owen, maybe not so much.
He's energized. He's winning. They just got in the lead.
Shadow boxing, you know, letting them know that he's not to be messed with. You show those shadows, Owen. You show those shadows.
Quite an amazing coach over there.
Oh, yeah.
He's done a lot with this team. He's really energized them, and you can see that the morale in the room alone is just unreal. We don't have any bickering among our team. It's cool, calm, and collective, and it's being demonstrated in the gameplay here as well.
You'll never see a picture of a Valorant team without everybody smiling. They're such a
Exactly.
unit. They're such a family, and I think it goes a long way, as you can see in the results.
Oh,
you
there's
know.
the jet ult from the side of the Demigods coming out right out of the gates. Playing very close here on C-Long.
Melvin, a deadly player here with his ultimates, as we saw in the last game with the Chamber. We'll see if he can replicate those results with Jet.
The drone, not going to find too much, but even seeing nothing is information. Knowing that that site is clear, at least for now, is going to inform the Saints in their next decision going forward. Piercing through. Oh, Melvin, not going to get a lot of value. I think he might have clipped the shoulder of Ems there. That's far from lethal. Going to at least do a bit of damage to the armor as well as the health, but not exactly what you wanted out of your, committing the ultimate. Not looking too good for your Jet, but Koki, he is going to be the one on the backside, just jumping around. He sees
it.
3. He knows that they're here, throwing the smoke, and that's going to be his team coming around, charging in. Ems through the
wow,
smoke,
through the
gets the
smoke.
kill. The flash, he's blinded, but it doesn't mean he can't hold the trigger. Doing a bit of damage onto Koki, but Caillou's going to get the wall bang headshot on Amir, but Koki, not a lot he can do to defend himself. Ems picking up the triple, and Salad, last man standing, seeing the smoke, and he's getting even poked at him when he gets the kill onto Seth, but Smiley is going to get the execution, putting him down, stopping the momentum. And just so much force coming out of the side of the Saints. So well done, and they are really, really putting it together. I would not be surprised if we see a timeout right now. Every time we go on and on about how well the Saints are playing, we see a timeout coming out, probably in the next round, if not this one.
They're not losing too hard. They are losing 2 rounds now, and they're starting to lose their money, but they're not in like a thrifty position yet. They can still buy some good weapons. We're seeing the op come out from Melvin, so they have enough money for that.
They're
So
committing. I feel like if they lose this round, they're going to call a timeout because they will be in a pretty sticky situation. They're low on money and they're hard committing here. Melvin turning around. That could have been lethal. M's going around the corner, but so did he. But they're going to be able to trade out here. Seth getting a double kill while Koki picks up the headshot on M's as he goes around the corner. Not exactly even, but the game state is just a little close, not too heavily in the favor of either side, but A side is going to be relatively clear as all of the remaining Saints are going to be making their way over, while only one Demigod is going to be on his way, but Koki picking up Seth as the smoke dissipates. That's going to be the cue for the Saints to start running onto A site, One going to the side of the doors, one's going the outside of the corridor. But we have Wick going to the window, and he's going to be able to see them. He spots out Giza, getting the headshot.
Strike down A.
Immediately goes down the stairs, forcing them to keep watching the window, but they're onto him. Melvin, watch the side. He gets the shoulder with the operator. That's going to be more than enough to get the kill. Caillou is planting still, but he gets the collateral.
Double.
Caillou getting a headshot, making it look so easy. And Koki is going to be the last man standing, but he
baby,
might as
it's
well
a
not even be
triple.
there as Caillou makes short work, even showing us a little bit of love to the camera. And that is why we have such a reputation in esports on our teams.
What a turnaround from Caillou, able to clutch that 1v3 there, the collat into another headshot. That's got to be rough if you're the Demigods. You think that's a for sure win, 3v1, and Caillou manages to clutch that out is an amazing, amazing play.
I don't know if that was the collateral, because
It
usually it shows like the little penetration icon, right? If you get a
Well, I
collat.
think maybe because it was a headshot, it wasn't?
Maybe,
I don't
but
know,
either
maybe
way,
right.
it felt like a collateral, and that's
One
all that
trigger
matters.
pull.
Exactly. One volley, but Melvin just dashing back. He saw all he needs to see, and he didn't like what he saw. Trying to forget what he saw before. He's got to at least tell his teammates before he purges those memories away.
Exactly.
M's popping the ultimate himself this round.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a split push here. Jordan, what are you thinking?
Once again, Saints starting to play a little passive, try and find that good site. They do have a little bit of a challenge here on C, as Long is just getting stared down, waiting for the perfect headshot. M's still playing around with Melvin over here. Jet versus the Jet. Still has 3 knives left in his ult, looking to replenish them with a kill. But it looks like the rest of the Saints are making their way towards C to try and get a good push here.
This is scary.
There's the Marshall C long. Oh! That's not an op, so it's not a one shot. He needs to land the headshot, so a little scary, but
Still felt scary.
yeah, still felt scary, but manages to get out unscathed there. Wick gonna rotate Amir, holding A side. There's the knives,
and-
but gets taken out by D Salad. Great frenzy usage there. And Seth gonna clean that kill up, but
30
that's
seconds
Amir
left.
upgrading to a judge here.
Ooh.
Could be pretty dangerous. Anyone trying to cross his corner, but Caillou's ready to take it out.
Not close enough. Melvin gonna get put down by Smiley as he comes up the stairway, and Caillou gonna get the execution onto Wick. Not even gonna plant the spike. He drops it, letting his teammate get it. Just being
10
nice, being
seconds left.
courteous. It's the last man on the Demigods. You know, not a man, demigod. You gotta use the correct term here. Demigods are more than mere men, mere mortals. As Koki makes his way through. He knows that there's 4 left, but he doesn't want to give it up too easily. Going up the stairs, seeing if he can find somebody up here. He sees him, and he's not able to put him down. Seth again winning the Omen 1v1. You can't kill me. I think that's what he said. Something about killing me.
Close, but no cigar for that
And
trade out. And
there
there's the
it
timeout
comes.
from Demigods.
Pretty properly timed, I'd say. 6-2. Saints starting to take a lead here, so the Demigods are going to back up. Take some time to recuperate and figure out what is going on and what they need to do going forward.
Yeah, it is. They have their work cut out for them here because the Saints, you know, they won the first like 3 or so rounds, and then the Saints just turned on. They were like, you know what? We got this. We're just good at the game. Let's just start clicking heads, and it starts all lining up. The plays are working. The teamwork is amazing. So I don't know what I would do if I was the Demigods. Like, you had something there in the beginning, but looks like the Saints figured that out.
I won't be so bold as to propose. I know exactly what strategy and what solution that the Demigods are going to cook up to take some victories against the Saints here. But what I do know, and I feel like a broken record at this point, especially after what we saw the Saints doing in those previous rounds, it's super important to make sure that everybody's on the same page and still trust each other and still feels like they have a chance, because once you lose hope, you lost the game. So even again, timeout, I'm sure they discussed strategy, but super important, and I'm sure that they're taking the time to make sure that they don't lose the focus that they need to win.
That was actually an amazing timeout because they have so many ultimates to play with. They have the
Coordination.
guns on the board. They can coordinate something here, so this should be an interesting round.
I'm expecting to see something
Demigods.
very good coming out of the Demigods here. With the timeout, like you said, I didn't even realize it, and that's a very good thing to point out. They have so many ultimates, a lot of abilities too.
Firing line down C long there.
Felt like they thought something was
Unloaded.
coming. I thought, yeah, wow.
They were ready.
They were ready for whatever was there. They were ready, but not able to find anyone there.
I love
It
that.
Looks like they're still all C long. Looking to maybe try that again, flush someone out, but I think Koki, she's won, but That's not going to be good enough. And looks like they're all near B and C there, like near garage. Here's a Wick holding the close corner. M's going to find one. Wick going to try and find another, but Seth able to take him out. Amir flashed, and he really wants to try and tie out these kills, but they're pushing so far up onto B, I don't think he can find them. Looks like the Saints are just rotating back and forth in spawn. Going to creep up to B, but Amir there in the corner, and they know where he is. Able to take him out with a headshot there. Smiley. Seth going to find another.
This be
all down to Koki here. Can he try and clutch out this round with an ace? It's not likely, but maybe he has something cooking up there in his head.
A near impossible defuse
seconds
position as
left.
well. With 5 agents in your way, Koki might just be trying to save the gun,
gonna
which
go
might be
for it.
wise, but while we wait for the round to take out, it's just after a timeout especially, you feel like I feel like the side of the Demigods, they might have had a strategy, but they were waiting for the too perfect opportunity to execute it. I feel like there were moments there. Obviously, they're playing defense, but I feel like they could have took the initiative some points there.
Here we might have a gunfight here. Koki about to engage. He gets one on Giza, but it's not going to be round turning or anything, but still a kill nonetheless. Board there. Put the smoke. We're going to try and find the other one. They get scanned. They know exactly where he is. They're all encroaching on him. They all collapse on him, and Smiley's able to close out the final kill there in the round.
Having some fun. The Saints are excited,
On a roll.
enthusiastic.
Almost another flawless round there for the Saints. Obviously, that one little pick, but with their eco that they have right now, not breaking a sweat, gonna stay on this roll. Haven't dropped a round since round 2 so far. On a little bit of a streak, and we shall see if the Demigods can do anything within this half to try and put a stop
A
to that.
7 winning streak is nothing to sneeze at. That is amazing indeed. Their economy booming. Some of them maxed out on money pretty much, and all the ults on the board. It's looking pretty disastrous for the Demigods here.
This could be another flawless round.
Potentially. Don't count them out.
Of
They might have
course.
something up their sleeves. They do have a lot of ults on the board as well. Seth gonna get taken out by the snake bite. M's gonna find one immediately. Just like that. A's pretty free, but taking their time. There's the Killjoy ult. Gonna flush them all off.
Forcing
of
them
A.
out of A and even part of B. I don't
They're gonna
even know
rotate
where
It
to
looks
go
like
here.
Jet might be safe there in hell or heaven, so will Killjoy for
Areas here.
the
Just has an
Demigods.
opportunity to rotate to C. They faked it. They planted the Killjoy on A/B, and they all pour onto C without hesitation. They're going to be able to plant the spike without any resistance coming up from the Demigods. As they scramble, they realize that they've been played for fools, and they have to make their way over to C side immediately. Spike has been planted, and the offense is coming out on the side of the
Oh,
defenders.
there's the Brimstone ult.
So many smokes, but Ems finds the kill onto Wick, but Melvin returns the favor. Smiley dropping Salad. Seth picking up Melvin with the headshot, and just in the blink of an eye, there's only one Demigod left standing. It is just like a war here. So much brutality coming out. Koki baits a defuse, but the Saints call his bluff and just immediately put him down.
Second time it's all coming down to Koki there. What a win streak. 8 rounds in a row. Looking to make it 9 here. Oh boy. You know, if I were the Demigods, I think you're just hoping for a 9-3 curse here. Jordan, what are your thoughts?
Well, me personally, I've never been much to believe in the 9-3 curse. I've never quite seen it
Yes.
happen in a game yet. We'll find some wood around somewhere to knock on, but that
Don't knock on
being
the
said,
fall.
the Demigods have shown us that they can flip the momentum just like that, and there's a chance that they can still do that. Hopefully within the next half, or before this half even ends, they can find a little bit of shred of something.
Viper
Try
pit
to
on
bring it
A,
back.
but Seth, sorry to interrupt, Seth just TPing on their backline here, making that Viper pit feel a little bit less useful. They're all encroaching on A to go for Seth.
He's behind
While
enemy
the-
lines right now.
Yeah, but while he's distracted, all the rest of them are pushing on C, but Koki's there to find one. He gets out and we're gonna wait for his team there. He gets flashed, gonna try and find another, but he has to back off, and M's able to get the plant. Now Seth is still on their backline, so it makes rotating around a lot harder.
Nowhere to run. He announces loudly to the world. Not going to be able to find too much with that, but it is still used and effective nonetheless. A good zoning tool, if anything. Wall down. Smiley committing so much here. He can just find the kill. Gets blinded,
he
but he
finds it.
still gets the drop on Melvin. You cannot put a single piece of doubt
1
on a
HP
Saint.
from Caillou.
Oh, Wick,
Player
just
standing.
standing strong, standing brave. 1v2. He's got a lot of HP to work with, but he's not going to be able to pull through. That's going to be another victory for the Saints. It feels unstoppable. And that is the face of a cold-hearted killer, or should I say the man responsible for assembling such a squad.
The mastermind.
The mastermind behind the slaughter is just so efficient, and I think that's the perfect word for it. Whenever the Saints are on the ball, it is just so efficient, and it feels like a very well-oiled machine.
Definitely a machine of destruction indeed. But maybe this machine can fall to a 9-3 curse. That's what you're hoping for if you're the Demigods. You want to try and break this round, break the momentum. And here they are. We're seeing the jet knives come out from Melvin once again. Haven't seen them work yet, but maybe this is the time they start to work. But Am's able to punish that push very quickly. Oh, Jordan, what are you thinking of this round? Very quick.
Well, that's one ult gone for the side of San Diego. They are still going to have the Killjoy ult to try and deter the Saints from planting, but it looks like they are just rolling through. Unfortunately, Wick going to be left alone in a situation.
mercy.
M's going to find him for a flless final round of the half, making it 10-2.
He's just as shocked as I am. That was
Switching sides.
that was brutal.
Yeah, the Saints now just need to play defense on this map, which I usually find to be a little bit of an easier scenario. I know it's 3 maps, but you know, it's much slower. It's much more long to rotate around and make those pushes if you're attacking. So I think Demigods have their work cut out for them here, unless they are amazing at attacking, which maybe their comp is, but I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
A little bit of a different buy selection here this round compared to any other first round that we've seen. We're seeing a lot more frenzies come out, which don't know if there's quite a strategy behind that, but we're going to find out if the Saints do have something up their sleeve here.
I don't know if you played during the Frenzy meta. Did you ever play that?
No, I don't think I got a
Frenzy
chance
was
to.
too good.
Ugh.
Everyone would buy it, very cheap, just all rushed down. So maybe we'll see that again. Here's Melvin playing very aggressively. There's smoke coming out. Gonna dash on the site. Dash past Seth. Seth gonna get taken out by Koki. Smiley on the site as well. Gonna flash, but gonna get taken out as well by Koki. Giza gonna find one, and Koki gonna get the plant down here. Not looking good for the Saints. They've just been decimated by such an overwhelming offense. Koki with a 4K. He might get the ace. Giza gonna get the 1-tap, trying to shut that down here. You don't want to start the round off with that. There it is.
Ace for you.
Shut down. Giza gonna find one, not gonna find another. And that is it for the Demigods. First round. Fun.
Ending the seemingly endless win streak on the side of the Saints. Again, the Demigods winning both pistol rounds this map, Saints winning both in the previous one. It honestly feels like the 2 wins were kind of just playing off the pistol round. The 2 wins that the Demigods had, it was just the pistol round and then the round after. We might see something similar here, or this really could be the momentum shift that is needed for the Demigods here. If they can take a round on this one and a round after, we could see a different history that the Saints might not be able to withstand.
We're going to see a little bit of a split play here from the Demigods as they start to look out at every site to try and find a pick. Looks like they are going to start pressuring towards B, a little bit towards Garage. We are going to have Koki just waiting to see if anybody wants to rotate off that C. Giza engaging. Melvin's going to find the first pick onto Giza, as he is also stunned in Garage.
Something about that rotation just felt so awkward to me.
Yeah.
I just feel like they didn't want that.
Yeah, maybe a miscommunication.
Potentially.
Oh,
I'm
they
not
got
sure.
blinded there. Wick gonna find another. Melvin gonna find another as well. Wow. This is not looking good.
He's not smiling after that one. Koki just waking up and just making everything so difficult for the Saints. Amir throwing out the
It's
flash.
the Marshall.
Caillou with the Marshall.
Does he know? Does he know that there's 3 right there?
Uh-oh, and
Not
here it
find the
comes.
headshot. Now they
All
push.
5 are coming.
I didn't know you could jump on that. Caillou, where you least expect
Oh,
it.
no.
Now they're flawless for the side
Alright.
of the Demigods.
All right, we got a game on our hands. They're carrying this momentum. Could be very disastrous for the Saints indeed. We haven't. We might see history repeat ourselves here, but we will see with this deciding round. Can the Saints turn it around here? They finally have the good guns on their side. The Demigods have to play with the cheaper guns now, so maybe we'll see something of a little bit of an overture.
We are going to get the full buy from the Saints. A little bit of a half buy still, or sorry, a little bit of a save from the last round for the Demigods. They are working with a little lesser tier guns, but doesn't mean that they don't have the skill to make up for it, as they do hope to continue their streak that they've started here.
T-Salad pushing the short side here. Looks like they're going for a little bit of a split push, leaving the spike in spawn, so they don't know which way they're going, trying to confuse the Saints. But maybe if they just play very slowly and watch their angles, might be a good win for them. Looks like they're all pushing garage though. His M's ready for it. He sees one, backs out a little bit unscathed. He only has light shields, can't really challenge as well. Melvin gonna get the headshot. Kai gonna get another though. And
Saints
just like
winning
that, the
their duels
Saints
now.
are in the lead. Yeah.
Keys is
seems
going
to
to
be
find Viper there. As
big-
it is a little bit flipped. Here come the Saints now with a 4-2 advantage over the Demigods in this round. We'll see if the Demigods can make that final push on a C. Seth going to move away as they move in.
Mir backing up Wick here as they're watching the backside. They're going to get taken out, and now it's all down to Amir. Can he win a 4v1, making it a 3v1, making it a 2v1? Amir getting the double kill is huge for him. Needs to plant the spike here.
30 seconds
Maybe
left.
he can turn this around in his favor, making them push him. Amir going to rotate to a little bit of a safer spot where we can watch more angles and try and listen for the backside push.
It's more like a 1v1.5 with the HP on Giza. And they turn it into a 1.5v0, just putting a bullet in the side of his head. He was looking the wrong way, but again, you can't really blame him. There's like 5 points of entry. You really can't defend every point of it. Saints is going to be able to get the defuse and take this game from 1 point away from match point.
Giza may have been down health, but he was not down bullets or aim there. Great play by Giza.
Should expect to see a timeout soon. This
Maybe.
is about the same spot that Demigods have been in before. We won the first 2 rounds. Now we're starting to slip. This could be the time to change up the strategy, or they had a good start the last couple of rounds, figuring out where to go. They could find something this round that maybe the Saints aren't ready for.
Jordan, they're saving it for when it's 12 to 12.
Of course.
12 to 11.
Of course. They've got the whole half to decide.
Yeah, they again, it's really easy to look at this as a one-sided victory for the Saints, but it is very important to remember the absolute resistance that the Demigods were able to put up in the previous round. And these foes are not to be underestimated, and the Saints are being very careful to make sure that they're playing at their 100% at every point of this. Melvin suffering a consequence, getting maybe a little bit too confident. He's going to get opted down by Melvin. A very common kill icon we're going to be seeing in this series. Giza around the corner, turning through, and he gets 2 immediately. The discipline paying off for this player. Giza getting 2 headshots. This goes around. Wick catching the back of Ems. It's going to be a 3v1 Caillou. Usually
Melvin and his off.
Usually he is able to win those exchanges, but not going to go in his favor this time. That's going to be 5 to 11 for the Demigods, making a little bit of a comeback as they were just so close to getting swept up by the Saints with their 11 points.
I think the Saints just let their guard down there after the double kill. They're like, we're in the lead, we're safe, and just like that, they flipped the script, and now then the Saints were in the losing position. So now they gotta save, they gotta play for next. So looks like it's probably gonna be another win for the Demigods unless the Saints can find some crazy play here.
Saints looking to play for picks, it seems. Just want to get as much economic damage as they can this round, playing and just getting to the minds of the Demigods. This is my favorite kind of round approach, when your team is just poor and you just want to go in and just do some damage. I like the way teams play in those situations. Seth is going to be able to get a kill onto Melvin, the Opper on the side of the Demigods. Seth
and that
trying
is
to get a
nice.
kill.
Seth is
That's
going
3,
crazy.
4.
Give him
Give
a
him the
gun.
ace.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Give him up.
Go
Oh,
around
on
the
the ace.
corner.
Oh, it's
Dems.
Going
I
David
know.
on. Look at the
He's
betrayal.
angry.
We
Dude.
Oh, he's angry. He's angry.
He's playful. He's playful.
not sure what was
just,
going on with Wick there. Kind of standing
Yeah, he's
still.
laughing it off.
But
It's
yeah.
fine.
It's fine. But
All
I,
love
would,
and
I would
memes.
be actually angry there.
Yes.
Yeah, he was laughing. He was kidding for the camera. You can see as soon as he sat there, he started laughing.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
You
A
know,
lot of love. For
Everyone
this
hates it when your ace gets stolen, but
Yeah.
you know, great play, great teamwork, and now
Match
we're on
point.
point.
Match
Right.
point. Just the intensity of that last round and the decisiveness made you just forget that the Saints are 1 game away from winning, or 1 round away from winning this
Just watching
game.
high for the knives, but they're not pushing A this time. They're gonna push C here.
Another aggro C push for the Demigods here. It did almost work out in their favor last time. They did drop Spike a little
Not
unfortunate.
Melvin. dashing around with the knives,
Oh, the
but he's not able to
blind.
find it. He switches guns, but it's not fast enough. Switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading your primary weapon. It's a big tip in every game. Obviously, he couldn't do that. It was an ultimate thing, but still, Seth is going to pick up the mirror. Koki going to get a kill himself. The assault is not
Oh,
over from the
Koki's going
Demigods.
for the flank there, but going to cancel that out. Trying to put them on edge here. Kogi back with the team. Who needs
Everything
snake bite?
trying to hit Caillou.
can't-
Might
He
just
doesn't wanna
tank it.
move.
He might just tank it. But
Oh.
he gets taken out by Wick with a body
Indecisive.
shot. Great snake bite. Now Salad gonna rotate with his team, I think here. Giza feeling the rotates coming. He does have lockdown ready, but will he lock them down in time? His teammates holding A. Breach rotating over to C here. Salad gonna fake the rotate. Actually gonna go right back to C, knowing it's probably gonna be clear, but Giza stayed in place in garage. He's listening for it. He's
Something
ready
doesn't feel
for
right.
it.
Oh, he
They're all
knows.
lined up.
Oh,
Come
he's
on,
got
one.
one. Oh, and he's going to get traded out by Salad. It is now a 2v2. Saints starting to make their way back to C. They do know that the plant is going down. Smiley just waiting. Biden time going to wait for Ems to pull up here and help him out. And now they're going to make their move.
2v2. These gentlemen have to trust each other's instincts and observations.
Wow, they're going for the flank.
This could
to
work
rotate.
perfectly.
Smiley was watching, turns around,
Oh,
sees them. He
yep.
sees
He
them.
knows he can do this now.
Your discipline.
He knows
He's getting
exactly what's about to happen.
behind.
One.
Wait,
And
Smiley gets the kill onto
two.
Ems.
Great play by Wick there.
Just some tactical stealth gameplay there. I felt like I was watching a clip of Metal Gear Solid, just pinging them and just waiting. On my mark, go. Like he's talking to that. What's that dog's name in that game? I forgot. Something
Metal
like.
Gear Solid?
Yeah, Van of Pain.
5? There's only one which has a dog. It's 5,
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
name is Diamond Dog.
Diamond Dog. It felt like a Diamond Dog play there. But again, 6-12. It's a lot. Sounds a lot less scary than 12-5, if you ask me. And I think the Demigods might be finding the groove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might be able to bring it back here 6-12.
Placing
Maybe get the
swarm
reverse sweep here.
Still a timeout in their pocket, though, as well.
Definitely, like I said, they're going to wait.
They're going to wait.
11, 12.
Exactly.
And then really think it over there.
Exactly.
They're probably like, Coach, we need a timeout. We need a timeout. No, boys. Remember,
11-12.
11-12. That's when you need it. Okay.
All right, it looks like they're playing very slowly here. They won the last round. They might be able to flip it over here. Looks like I don't think they were expecting to win that last round, but they have a renewed vigor here. Like, honestly, they're playing a little slow, a little bit cautiously, but now look at them playing as a squad, playing very tactically. They know they can maybe flip this here. The Saints.
That last round was just so beautiful. It just played over in my head again. I just remembered how that went down. Wow. I'm reliving that moment all over again,
Ems
but it
has
seems
been
like
hot.
Ems. Just a little bit.
Valorant timing at its finest as Ems just walks away. Caillou's going to get a little bit of intel and determine that this is a majority push. Ems finding that first kill onto
With the
Melvin,
wall, too.
showing him what an op does. He is looking for that second kill, not quite going to find it.
They lock eyes, but no one falls. M's going to start watching short here, but I don't think he knows that the Omen is right there on the right.
Koki looking for the smoke here. Might
30
give his
seconds
position
left.
away, but it is allowing his team to push up onto B here as they are going to look for the plant. Koki still just waiting. Oh, he might be able to get behind.
Committed.
Keshatsova.
Caillou gets one.
Smiley also finding one on the
Amir.
Salad.
remaining.
And
all down to Koki.
1v4. Will
think-
Koki finish it out?
Oh,
he's
he
gonna
might
get
actually
through.
finish it out. 8 seconds left on the clock here. It's all down to Koki. He needs to get the plant
can
off.
plant. He's
trying
got
to
the
get on
time.
board.
Giza
He's going
coming
in
in.
for it.
He's
going
going
for
in.
it.
But it's not
With the-
enough.
But that is
time.
it. The Saints have won. God. 2-0. And you can see just a passionate team, super excited about their win here. Locked in, ready for their next game next week sometime. They're already practicing,
Yep.
you can tell. But it is a great win for them here today.
The Bass Pro Shop hat there. Anyways, great plays all around. You know, we had the stolen ace, but it was all good fun there. Wow, what a game. The first map. What a comeback from
The Saints? And
the Saints. From both teams.
both
They
teams.
kept flipping very back and forth
Yeah.
game. And then the second game, such dominance from the Saints. And they
You can't
almost
say
made
you
it
see
a
that in
comeback
every
as
game,
well.
You know, you can't say that you see comebacks for both teams in both games of a
Oh,
series.
yeah, it was just back
Yeah,
and forth,
yeah.
really, right?
It's just.
But with the both halves, it feels very like 2 different games being played at the same time.
I think the way that game ended perfectly summarizes the series. It was just such a close, split-second decision-making moment. It's so intense. It comes down to one player versus the two on the other team, and it's just, if things were slightly different for either team, we could still be watching a game, but things are going to end up in favor of the Saints in a very, 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 I'm trying to think of the word. That's why I keep saying very. It's just such a good, I can't, it's just good.
It's just
Such a
good.
good
Just
game.
a good match.
You know?
Very fair, very equal. Like two masters of their craft going at it, just fighting for who's the best. But that was a great game all around.
Everybody
Jordan,
got a
any
chance to
thoughts?
shine.
Great first win for our Saints here on the season. Now bringing them to 1-1, and Smiley's first match, total match with our team, and clearly proved that he can do something being top of the leaderboard in that first game, and definitely putting in the work on that second game. So it looks like our roster is finally starting to come together, and I can't wait to see what the Saints have in store.
Yeah, that was a great, also first game in NECC from University of California, San Diego. Long name, the Demigods.
Yep.
But thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Daniil. Thank you, Jordan. And thank you, everybody in the back. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ari. And thank you, Mr. Danners, for helping make this whole thing go round. Any last thoughts, anybody? Or are we good to close out?
The only thing I can think about right now is to talk about the lovely schedule that we have
Oh,
prepared. that
unreal.
everybody in projection definitely wants us to talk about. So for tomorrow, we have the St. Clair Saints Overwatch team versus the University of Wisconsin Stout in the NACE Star League, and then followed up by the League of Legends team going against the Fisher Falcons and the NECC Legends. I got a couple friends that go to that school, so I'm very excited to see how we meet on the battlefield and battle it out on the Rift. Thursday, I might be a little bit biased when I say you're definitely not going to want to miss Thursday. We have Smash Class. We have Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Hold on, let me say it the proper way. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate in the Smash Class, as well as a Guilty Gear Strive tournament.
Yo, I didn't know it was Guilty Gear this week.
I announced it earlier this
Okay.
morning, brother. Trust me, I think you're gonna not want to miss that. You could even hear the excitement in Matthias's voice, so you know you don't want to miss that. I will stop going on about that because we have something equally exciting going on tomorrow. We have, or the day after that, rather, on Friday, we have Rocket League versus Columbia College in the NECC Legends, the same league we just watched today. And Saturday, we have our Overwatch team. Overwatch Homecoming, Swiss rounds 7 and 8. Our Overwatch team has been on a tear recently, and you're not going to want to miss what more they have to say with their gameplay on Saturday. Guys,
Yeah.
I am honored that I got to watch that game, and I'm honored that I got to watch it with you. Again, I am Daniil Betterson McGee Brown, joined by Matthias Talbot, and I'm joined by Jordan. You take it away because I forgot what your name is.
J-Sauce.
You know, it's a consequence. He is a newer face around here, but we absolutely love having him. This guy's name is beaten into my head over and over again, so can't really forget it. But gentlemen, any last words for real this time?
I think I'm good to thank the people at home. Thank you, viewers like you. Without this, we wouldn't be doing this. So thank you very much, and join us very soon for the next stream.
Take
Bye.
care.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
My babushka told me not to brag.